All right, for Restore Workout 5, we're gonna start on our hands and knees for some cat-cows. Moving with our breath, we're gonna inhale, chin down, tailbone down, rounding through your whole spine. Then exhale, drop your chest, chin up, tailbone up. Once you've done 5 of those, we're gonna move into our side lying T-spine rotation. So remember, knees are locked together. We're not moving through our hips. Okay, hands start together. We're gonna rotate open as far as you can without your knees coming apart. I want you to take a full inhale and exhale, relax into that pose before you come out of it. You're gonna do between 5 and 10 of these, using your breath to help improve your mobility. And then you can sit up and we're gonna work on that 90-90. So remember, we start with our legs at 90 degrees, hands on the floor for a little bit easier, or if you feel too tight, or hands off. You're gonna lift your knees up, feet flat on the floor, and drop over to the other side, okay? And you're going to do about 5 per side of these. Pause the video and then we'll get into our next section. All right, for our next phase of the warm-up, we're gonna work our core connection and mobility a little bit more dynamically. On hands and knees for 30 seconds, I want you to complete alternating bird dogs. So remember, we focus on inhaling into your bra strap and relaxing your belly. Then exhale, extend and reach. We're reaching our fingertips and our heel away from each other. We inhale, bring our hands back. Remember with this one, exhale, reach, draw the belly in and up. Nice and slow and controlled movement. We're not worrying about how high we lift, but rather how stable we are through our lower back. When you're done, 30 seconds of those, bootstrappers is next. So we reach for our toes, stretching into those hamstrings as far as you can, bending into a squat, thinking bum down, chest up, and then straighten your knees, and then back into your squat for 30 seconds. Then pause the video and come back to our next section. All right, our strength set today, we're starting with our goblet squat. So you can either progress your squat by a little bit heavier. I would definitely recommend the weight of your baby. Monitoring for any pain, pressure, or heaviness, I want you to do 10 squats. You're going to try your dynamic breath, which is inhaling down and exhaling up. Or if you need that foundational breath where you exhale through the full range of motion, whichever one feels best, complete 10 of these goblet squats. When you're done your 10 goblet squats, let's grab some weights and work on our calf raises. So holding weights beside our legs, you're gonna raise up onto your toes and then lower down. Now to make this harder, if that is feeling easy, you could start to move into a single leg. I do recommend if you're going to do single leg, that you start with just body weight and work on single leg, keeping your knees straight. I don't wanna see bent knees, so we wanna keep the knees nice and straight when you're working on these 10 calf raises. To finish off this set, we're gonna go down to the floor and work on our side planks. For our side planks, I want you to start with your knees bent. We're gonna go from our knees to make sure we have good core canister and good core connection. Our elbow is right under your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale, lift up into plank. If this feels really hard, you're gonna lower back down and come up for 20 seconds every time you exhale. Your goal is to be a nice straight line. If you feel like you can hold your plank, then hand on your rib cage, feel the breath into your ribs. Exhale, think about lengthening and zipping up so we're staying in that nice straight line for 20 seconds. Go ahead and pause that, complete it, and then come back. All right, our next 2 exercises, we're gonna do our incline push-ups. So remember, we have 2 breath strategies. Find an incline that feels appropriate for you. Trying to work on your full plank. So instead of doing it from our knees, we're gonna get more core if we're on an incline here. We can inhale as we lower and exhale as we press, or you could exhale through that full range of motion. Remember, as you do 10 of these, inhale wide into that rib cage to help manage pressure in your abdomen. When you're done 10 of those, we're gonna work on our kneeling extensions. So this time, if you feel like you can add a weight, there's a couple options here. As you inhale into your ribs, you can hold the weight here. Exhale, zip and draw that belly in and up as you lean back. You could also hold the weight out. Inhale into your ribs. Exhale, draw the belly in and up as you lean. Remember, toes can be tucked or flat, whichever feels best for you. But remember, we don't want to lose our alignment between our ribs and hips. So you're going to do 3 rounds of 10 repetitions of each of those 2 exercises. Then pause and come back. All right, for our finisher today, we're going to do it Tabata style. We're going to use that same movement we did last time with a kneeling thruster. So starting in a kneeling position, hands at your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath into your rib cage, and as you come up to your knees, you're going to press overhead using your exhale. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. You're going to do that for 20 seconds, then rest for 10. It's a short rest. And then complete this 4 times. So it'll be a total of 2 minutes. Then when you're done that, pause and come back, and we'll do our cool down together. All right, for our cool down, we're going to do our thoracic rotation. But as you open up, we're going to hold here so that we allow our chest to stretch open. And then we're going to inhale and exhale. And when you inhale, think about breathing into that rib cage and just melting into the floor, using your breath to relax and stretch our chest out at the same time. So do about 30 seconds per side of that. And then we're going to do a frog. Well, stretch. I'm going to show you how to do it on a bench or a chair. So similar to using the wall, you could put your feet up on the wall, or you could put your feet up on the bench, or you could even rest your feet on the bench. With this, whatever feels most comfortable, and remember, we still want to have that neutral pelvis. So find your triangle, feel your pelvis, and adjust yourself accordingly. Once you're here, again, we're working on that pelvic floor relaxation. So we're doing gentle belly breaths into the abdomen for about 3, relaxing the pelvic floor with each breath. Then about 3 breaths into the rib cage. Same thing. Every inhale, I want you to think about your pelvic floor opening like a flower that's blooming. And then 3 back breaths. Same thing, relaxing that tension. Pelvic floor is opening and relaxing as you breathe. Once you're done that, you can stand up for a pec stretch. So again, arm on a wall, or if you have a squat rack or anything, you're going to focus on feeling the stretch through your chest after all those push-ups that you just did, okay? And you can do this with a straight arm if you prefer. This will get more into your biceps, whichever position you prefer, holding for 30 seconds each side.